Okay, good afternoon. Moving on to the module 4, interactive system and the MVC architecture. Uh, uh, the topics covered are introduction, MVC architecture pattern, analyzing a simple drawing program, designing the system, designing of subsystems, getting into implementation, implementing under operation, drawing incomplete item, adding a new feature and pattern-based solution. With respect to MVC architecture pattern, the pattern divides the application into three subsystems. One is model, view, and controller. uh, MPC pattern helps to produce highly cohesive models with a low degree of coupling. The pattern separates the application object or the data, which is termed as a model, from the manner in which it is rendered to the end users, that is nothing but a view, and from the way in which the end user manipulates it, that is nothing but controller. The model, which is relatively passive object, stores the data. Any object can play the role of model. The view renders the model into specified format, typically some things that is suitable for the interaction with the end user. For instance, if the model stores information about bank accounts, a certain view may display only the number of accounts and the total of account balance. The controller captures the user input. When necessary, issues method calls on the model to modify the stored data. When model changes, the view responds by appropriately modifying the display. It is important to distinguish the UI from the rest of the system. Beginners often mistake the UI for the view. There are two reasons for it. In most systems, due to the nature of the desired look and feel from the end users, they will get confused, and the technologies available there is a single window in which the entire application is housed. There has to be a common subsystem that provides the functionality needed both for view and the user interface. Other sources of potential confusion is that UI presents to the user an image of how the system looks, and this can be mistakenly constructed as the view. MVC is the abstract sense. In the abstract sense, architecture of the system lies behind the UI. Both view and the controller are subsystems at the same level of abstraction that employ components of the UI to accomplish their task. But in practice, the view and the UI are contained in a common subsystem. The view subsystem is therefore responsible for all the look and feel issues, whether they arise from a human computer interaction perspective or from issues relating to how we render that model. This is nothing but one block diagram, how the user communicates with the MVC architecture. Here combination of user interface and model has treated as a view. User generates events may cause a controller to change the model or view or both. Example is, suppose the model stored the text that is being edited by the end user. When user detects or adds text, the controller captures the changes and notifies the model. The view, which observes the model, then refreshes its display. In this case, user input causes a change to both model and the view. On the other hand, consider user scrolling the data. Since no changes are made to the data itself, the model does not change and need not be notified. But the view now needs to display previously hidden data, which makes it necessary for the view to contact the model and retrieve information. More than one view controller pair may more than one view and controller pair may be associated with a model. Whenever user input causes one of the controllers to notify changes to the model, all associated views are automatically updated. It could also be the case that the model is changed not via one of the controllers but through some other mechanism. In this case, the model must notify all associated views of the changes. The view model is similar to that of the subject and observer. The model as the subject maintains the reference to all of the views that are interested in observing it. Whenever an action that changes the model occurs, the model automatically notifies all of these views. The views then refresh their display. The guiding principle here is that each view is a faithful rendering of the model. Examples of MVC architecture are: first is library system, a GUI screen using which user can place hold on the books. Another GUI screen allows a library staff member to add copies of the book. Suppose that the user views the number of copies, number of holds on the books and is about to place a hold on the book. At the same time, a library staff member views the book record and adds a copy. Information from the same model is now displayed in a different formats in the two screen. Example 2 is mail server. A user logs into the server and looks at the message in the mailbox. In a second window, user logs in again to the same mail server and composes a message. The two screens from two separate views of the same model. Third example is graph plot of pairs of x comma y values. The collection of data points constitutes the model. The graph viewing software provides the user with several output formats, bar graphs, line graphs, pie charts, etc. When user changes the format, the view changes without any changes to the model. Now, implementation of MVC. The view is responsible for all the presentation issues. The model holds the application object and controller takes care of the responsibility strategy. So the definition of the model will be as shown here. So, model extend the observable. Each of view is an observer and implements the update method. If a view is no longer interested in the model, it can be deleted from the list of observer. So public class view implements observer. Since the controller reacts to the user inputs, they may send messages directly to the views asking them to refresh their displays. For each features, we start with a detailed list of the specification and as belonging to one of three categories. There is always an initiation step for each operation. The manner in which the user is to be shown the feature. The manner in which it is invoked are part of the presentation. Changes to the application object are made by invoking the methods of the model. As the application object is modified, the display need to be modified to reflect the changes. Modifying display is again a matter for presentation. It is not always possible to have a clean division of components such that some components are designated for data input and the rest are for data display. Approach: create a UI with functionality to serve the purpose of both the view and the to serve the purpose of both the view and controller. Display components will be available to the view which invokes the appropriate display commands. Components which captures events generated by the user inputs are configured to pass on the message to the appropriate subsystem. Note that events for some operations like scrolling are handled by the view, whereas other like add and delete are sent to the controller. What are the different benefits of MVC pattern? So, especially there are 5 benefits. Cohesive modules. Instead of putting unrelated code in the same module, separate the functionality so that each module is cohesive. Flexibility. The model is unaware of the exact number of the view or controller it is working with, simply an observer. This adds flexibility. Low coupling modularity of the design improves the chances that components can be swapped in and out as user or programmer desires. Promotes parallel development, easier debugging and maintenance. Adaptable modules. Components can be changed with less interference to the rest of the system. Distributed systems. Since the modules are separated, it is possible that three subsystems are geographically separated. Analyzing a simple drawing program. Applying MVC architectural pattern design to create and label the figure. The purpose is in twofold: to demonstrate how to design with an architecture in mind and to understand how the MVC architecture is employed. And to demonstrate how to design with an architecture in mind, start with high level decomposition of responsibilities across the subsystem. The designer gets to decide which classes to create for each subsystem, but the responsibilities associated with these classes must be consistent with the purpose of the subsystem. And to understand how the MVC architecture is employed, try to have three clearly delineated subsystems for model, view, and controller. Specifying the requirement. Initial wish list calls for software that can do the following. One is draw line and circle, place a label at various points on the figure. The label are strings. Separate the command allows the user to select the font and font size. Save completed figure to a file. We can open a file containing a figure and edit it. Backtrack over drawing process by undoing recent operation. Drawing the program. Look and feel for this drawing the program. The software will have simple frame with a display panel on which the figure will be displayed. A command panel contains the button. There will be buttons for each operation which are labeled like draw line, draw circle, add label, etc. System will listen to the mouse click which will be employed by the user to specify points on the display panel. The display panel will have a crosshair cursor for specifying points for showing the character insertion point for label. The default cursor will be an arrow. The cursor changes when an operation is selected from the command menu. When an operation is completed, the cursor goes back to the default state. To draw a line, the user will specify the endpoint of a line with the mouse click. To draw a circle, user will specify two diametrically opposite points on the perimeter. For convenient references, the center of each circle will be marked with a black square. To create a label, the starting point will be specified by a mouse click. Now we'll see the different use cases with respect to drawing the program. Use use case table for drawing a line. So the action performed by actor is the user clicks on the draw line button in the command panel. Response, the system changes the cursors to crosshair. Then from the actor, the user clicks first on one endpoint and then on the other endpoint of the line to be drawn. As far as response, the system adds a line segment with two specified endpoints to the figure being created. The cursor changes to the default. Second one is the use case table for adding a label. From the actor side, the user clicks on the add label button in the command panel. Response, the system changes the cursors to a cursor. After the user clicks at the left end point of the intended label, here the system places A at the clicked location and system waits for the user response. The user types a character or clicks the mouse at another location. If character is not a carriage return, the system displays the typed character followed by that character and the user continues with step 5. In case of mouse click, it goes to step 4, otherwise it goes to the default state. Now use case table for change the font. From at the actor, the user clicks on the change font button in the command panel. Response, the system displays a list of all the fonts available. From the actor, the user clicks on the desired font and the system changes to the specified font and displays a message to that effect. Now use case table for selecting an item. By the actor, the user clicks on the select button in the command panel. The system changes the display to the selection mode. User clicks the mouse on drawing. As far as response is concerned, if the click falls on an item, the system adds the item to its collection of selected item and updates the display to reflect the addition. The system returns the display to the default mode. So these are nothing but the different use cases. Now moving on to designing the system. So our architecture specifies three principal subsystems: model, view and controller. And we'll look at individual thing now. Defining the model, we keep a collection of a line, circle and label object. Each line is represented by the endpoint and each circle is represented by x coordinates of the left and right points and y coordinates of the top and bottom points on the perimeter. For a label, the model stores the coordinator starting position, the text, and the style and size of the character in the string. The model also provides mechanism to access and modify its collection object. Next, defining the controller. The controller is the subsystem that orchestrates the whole process, thus defining its role is critical. When the user attempts to execute an operation, the input is received by the view. The view then communicates this to the controller. This communication can be effected by invoking the public method of the controller. Example is drawing a line. The user starts by clicking the draw line button, and in response the system changes the cursor. This is responsibility of view. The button click indicates that the user has initiated an operation that would change the model. And this operation is informed to the controller that creates a line object with endpoint unspecified. So this is regarding defining the controller. There are nothing but the different sequence diagrams with respect to drawing a line.